Ms. Goodwin from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for being here. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you are just finding us now, make sure you subscribe to our channels, like us on Facebook, and subscribe. Hit that red button if you're watching us on YouTube. And it is Happy Friday. So say hello to my producer, Mr. HP.
Hi, everybody.
He's playing bingo today.
I'm in my bingo era.
So thank you for being here again. And of course, we're live. So ask us questions. Stick around. We'll announce a winner, somebody new that has joined us community every week. And we got lots of fun for you on a Friday. Thank you for making it to the weekend.
Always fun times.
Hey, we kick it off with a little something good in a glass every Friday. And in honor of the fact that we are invited to a proper Louisiana crawfish boil tomorrow.
Ooh, I can't wait.
We have a hurricane as our cocktail today.
Hurricane?
Of course, the hurricane kind of was invented, not necessarily invented, but very famous at a bar in New Orleans. So what's in a hurricane? 2 kinds of rum. There's some, you can use if you have a passion fruit liqueur, or you can use orange liqueur. Passion fruit juice is the important part. Orange juice, lime juice, and a little bit of grenadine. It is very tasty. It kind of gives you that Louisiana vibe, I swear.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. We also have a quote of the day from Mr. HP. What's today?
Today's quote of the day. Well, it kind of goes with some of the national days.
It is National Sibling Day.
It is National Sibling Day. So my quote goes with that. Side by side or miles apart, siblings are forever connected by heart. Laughter and lifetime and shared memories.
Love that.
You and your siblings, even when you fight.
I mean, that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Don't fight as much now as possibly we did when we were younger, but
Some do, some don't.
some do, some don't. That's right. I just had the pleasure of having my sister here for a while now. Me and my sister are 10 years apart, so we really didn't become real close friends until she was an adult. But she was a good babysitter until then for me.
Awesome.
But it's always great kind of getting some good special moments. And you have 4 of them. Well, 5 of them, 4 alive. And so,
Yep.
do we have a photo of all of us?
There's all of us together right here. Let me get out the way.
Yeah. That was a special day.
My brother, 3 sisters, your brother and your sister, and sister-in-law there.
Awesome.
Showing up.
That's a fun day. That's a great to have those memories. So celebrate your siblings today. Some other national days. Global Work from Home Day. That's every day pretty much for us. So we're working today. It's a fun work day.
Who else works
Fridays
from
are
home?
a fun work
Do
day.
you work from home?
Anybody else? Celebrate it. You know,
Celebrate
it is a privilege, I think. It can be a tricky thing though.
Yeah.
Especially if you work for yourself, because it's hard to determine when we're at work and when
we're off.
We're off. And that is probably
11
our
p.m.
hardest challenge around
Still
here.
working. It's 11 p.m.
Yeah, but I'm sewing, so
Yeah.
there's like, ooh,
That's not work. That's fun.
that's fun. Okay, so it is also National Safety Pin Day. Now, we don't use a lot of safety pins
I
in
used to.
quilting. In quilting, except there are basting pins that some people use when they're basting their quilt. Did you used to use a lot of safety pins?
All the time.
Holding up your pants?
Holding up pants, cuffing pants under, in the back, little rip.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't let me get away with safety pins when your button popped off. Yeah,
Yep.
I was sat down with a needle and thread. Here, go
But
fix
my
it.
pants.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you
But zippers, I remember one time I had to go.
Tore zippers. Yep.
Zippers broke and I had to safety pinned my whole coat together.
Just recently, I didn't have any cufflinks, so I had to safety pin my sleeves.
Okay, well.
Hey, it's a new kind of cufflink.
Yeah, well, it's a style. Like now they have jewelry made out of safety pins.
That's right.
It is Hug Your Dog Day. So everybody hug your dog for us.
Can we get a new dog?
We seem to talk about this every day. And it is not a cinnamon roll day, it's cinnamon crescent day, which is very specific. I feel like it's
Aren't they called crescent rolls, though?
Yeah, but they are the close rolls, not the cinnamon rolls that we know. Like, I wish we could just have cinnamon rolls.
You can buy
I mean, I could just go get
Pillsbury
that whenever I
crescent
want.
rolls.
Feels very present?
No, Pillsbury crescent.
Yeah, but I have not put cinnamon in those.
No.
Maybe some people do.
Okay.
So that's the national days around here.
Nice.
Now, behind us, we have some great quilts. I have, of course, the strip cocktail quilt that I just finished for our strip along coming up. Mm-hmm. And then I have a Frida. Mm-hmm. What do you have? Matching your shirt. Look at that. This is an Ingrid.
All these colors with Ingrid. All these nice colors.
Yeah.
I'm in my bingo era.
That's a perfect.
Bingo.
But let's dive right into our favorite part about Fridays, and that is sharing some of your quilts that you've made for our show and tell. We're kicking it off here with a beautiful quilt by Heather. This is the Nina pattern. I just love these colors, so rich and cuddly. Quilting is awesome on it. Looks like she did it herself. I don't know though, but it looks great. Next up is a Proud Mary quilt from the Panel Mashup book made by Peg. This is super cool. Is this like I can't tell what that panel is, but a really cool colors.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
elephants and giraffes and.
Yeah, what is that called?
That.
Skipped over. Oh, steampunk. It looks like kind of like steampunk.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if it is. It's hard to see. Next up is Tiffany's Frida quilt. I love this one. I love that little bright pops of yellow. This was an older Bundle Club collection. I can tell. Really, really awesome. And you would think that Cindy kind of colluded on color with the one before. Tiffany and Cindy were touching base on their colors, because look at this Jolie made by Cindy. That is huge and awesome colors. Again, I love the little pop of yellow here and there. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Beautiful job, Cindy. Then we have Jenny's Aria quilt hanging in the show. I think this is overseas, probably in Scotland, but beautiful Aria. I love the colors. Such a fun quilt to make. And so good job, Jenny, and congrats on getting it in the show. We have Denise's Kira quilt. Oh, this is beautiful. I just love the subtle colors. There's nothing like just having texture and scrappiness provide the life of a quilt, and having them all kind of be that same monochromatic tones. I just love it. Great job on this one, Denise. Kira is a single pattern and probably one of our best sellers through the years. We have a Lilo quilt made by Aileen. I love this. Is that a deep purple for the accent color? Looks like it, isn't it? Either a dark navy or purple. That is beautiful. Really lets all those florals stand out perfectly. Love that one. And next we have a Dina quilt made by Pamela. That is really pretty. I love the white. It stands out really nicely. And those oranges and really rich colors just give it such a nice fallish vibe. And next we have a strip tease, which used to be it was our strip along quilt a few years back. This one's made by Gail, and I kind of love the fact that she used that floral in the accent strips across the quilt too, along with the border. That's a really great variation. Love just the two-tone. in the blocks too. And last but not least, we are sharing Shelley's Celtic Crossroads quilt from the Quilts of Iceland. I love this one. I love the bright colors in the blocks, and that centerpiece is just stand out. That's a stunner. Love this quilt. Thank you all for sharing, and keep them coming in Gudrun's Quilt Crew. Now we have had so much going on this month already, so just a little recap of what we've got going on. We just opened up pre-orders for our perfect pairing boxes. These are kind of designed for Mother's Day, but of course can be a gift for anybody, any day of the week. So I pick a pattern. I picked 2 patterns to go with a bundle. I picked some background fabric, so that's what you have in these boxes. We have 10 different variations. Some of them are selling out, but it's a great price. A great price. I think $179, and you're able to make 2 lap-size quilts. That includes the top and the binding or accent color. You can also will get some ruler stickers, some rotary blades, and of course, the G-Easy chocolate balls.
Kinds of great stuff.
Yes. So it's a great deal for 2 quilts, but they're still versatile because you can swap out the patterns and do something else if you have something else you want to work on, because these are just half-yard bundles and a big chunk of background. So, but I love, this is my favorite part, picking the right patterns to go with the right fabric to give you that perfect vibe. So snatch one up if you haven't done so yet. They are going pretty fast. I think there's 3 of them that are very close to selling out. So we have limited numbers of each one. So these will ship end of the month. So about around the 25th. So you don't got much. You got a couple of weeks to order these to get them in the first shipments for Mother's Day. But of course, if we have any more, we'll keep them on the website for those occasional gifts, because the box says nothing about Mother's Day. It just says perfect pairing. Great gift. And again, we can ship them directly to whoever you want to gift it to, and include a little Mother's Day card or any kind of occasion card. Or you could just order one for yourself, or 2 or 3.
Order up.
Not saying anything if anybody did that already. We also just announced our next strip along, which is our quilt along using the oldest strip pattern, my first ever strip pattern, released 20 years ago.
Whoa.
And this is our 10th annual strip along. So every spring I take a older pattern and we really just freshen it up. This is the old pattern. Strip Cocktail is our pattern. Of course, here's one of our quilts that we made that looks completely different and fun. It's a quick one. It's going to be a 3-part sew along starting April 21st. And right now, you can get the pattern plus video class. You can get it if you put it in your cart and you are shopping for more than $60. You get it for free. You can buy anything in our store for $60. Add that in your cart and it will automatically be free. Or it is $12.95 for a limited time until we kick this off on April 21st.
Nice.
So any questions about that? Who is joining us for strip cocktails? I can't wait to see lots of strip cocktails, because I know you're going to finish this one, because it is fast, easy, and really fun to do in whatever fabric you have. This one, of course, behind me, I did from a 10-piece half-yard bundle. It's perfect for the lap size. It had kind of lights and darks in it, so I just played with it, but there's no rules. If there are rules, they're there to break them. So do you.
Break them rules.
Yeah, and join us. Let us know. Me. I see. Lots of you are joining us. I appreciate that. It's going to be fun. But we have 2 big reveals today. Some of our monthly programs, of course, are ongoing throughout the year. One of them is Color Club. That is our subscription that has, I think next month will mark a full 5 years of Color Club.
Wow.
I know. This is every month we send you 4 fabrics, either half yards or fat quarters, and they are specifically chosen by me. The color is chosen, and then you get basics that are kind of all in that same tone. There's an image or something that I pick that is the inspiration, and these are pretty much, the purpose is to build your collection, or if you want to call it stash, to be really more usable to pull into whatever other fabrics you're working with, because those basics, those tone on tones, is something that we need for every single project we're working on. So they're very versatile. And I know some of you have been subscribers from the start, and we really appreciate it. This is one of the funnest things I get to do in my job, is picking the colors, the themes for each month. So we are kicking off this one with April 2026 colors. The inspiration for April is, let's put it on the screen. It is a rhubarb. So look at this gorgeousness, this really rich and fresh red color. It is, look, so every month you get not only the 4 fabrics, but you get this booklet that we put together. We talk about the color. Of course, this beautiful plant is one of those things that we can easily grow in Iceland and pretty much throughout summer. So I have fond memories of picking these red stems, dipping them in sugar in the summertime. So we would always go either to mom or grandma and sneak a little bowl of sugar to dip this in. Did you ever eat rhubarb?
Never did.
What? It grows
rhubarb
in Minnesota, but it's early because it can't stand too much heat. But we also show you some quilts that we have kind of used this tone of red in, or that tone, this color for the pairing. Then we have 3 different perfect pairings that where we talk about what other colors or tones that are great to pair with this one. So you will have your fabrics here and some similar basics. There's always a little more info on color theory, but let me show you the fabrics that we have for rhubarb. Always good to have some good red. So starting off with this Toscana from Northcott. This is kind of the lightest tone of that rhubarb, so it has that little bit of a pink. So those fresh stems as they come out of the ground, they're more pink than ruby red. So this is that one. I love the texture. It's just very subtle texture on the Toscana. Next one is a dry brush by Wilmington. And again, it's that texture, like almost like a canvas when you paint, and you do that with a dry brush technique. I wanted to have a little bit deeper tones in this one because depending on how long your rhubarb has been growing, you will have different tones of that red. And then I had to, of course, include one of the Hema fabrics. This is Pebbles, and the color name is Rhubarb. So, and it's mostly because you have the lighter colors, you have the undertones. There's a little bit of a bluish, purplish undertone to this. So, love this texture and think it'll be great to use. And then we finish off with a more warmer tone. This is Timeless Linen in the red. So from Timeless Treasures, no, this is not from Timeless Treasures. This one is from Henry Glass. Sorry, Henry Glass. And I just love it. It's kind of like a linen that has the darker texture in it. So almost it looks like a linen, but it is not. It is, of course, 100% cotton. And we always have 1 yards. If you want to, if you like any of these, if you want more, we have 1 yards of the Color Club colors for a limited time always. So snatch one up. Some of these we're going to carry further, like the Hema Pebbles, but the other ones we may not carry for much longer. We always have in the booklet too some additional basics that we do carry in 1 yards. And for these we chose Thatched Cinnamon, Retro Stitched Chili. That one is actually going away, unfortunately. And then Bumbleberry's Dark Red. So perfect pick for to make a red and white quilt. But that's our color club for the month. So let's take a look at the little design here. And then I did go on the website because as to prove my kind of concept behind Color Club, I always want to show you some options of bundles that we have in the store that these colors could be worked in really easily. So we're starting with this one, Barcelona's Gaudi's Garden. This is by Art Gallery Fabrics. There's just bits of red in this line. There's one print, but this one would really look really great with some more of those red tones in there. Then we have Darling Peony. This is by Robin Pickens for Moda. It's an 8-piece bundle. So if you wanted to build more around this one, it's kind of lights and darks and all of those beautiful reds. These could all be incorporated in there. We have Firecracker by Rayleigh Blake. This is a great patriotic line, and moving in some more red would just make it nice and warm. And then I pulled in Radiant, and so this one doesn't have a whole lot of red, just bits of it here and there. So adding a little more red will warm this one up quite a bit as well. And then I pulled this one that we have on sale. This is called Scrawl. This is by Juicy Juice. They are all kind of basics. So mixing in some red, there are some kind of violets in there and plums. So kind of adding to it and making that color wheel perfect would be a great idea. So Color Club, of course, we have spots open all the time. You can subscribe to Color Club, and you can subscribe to either getting the half yard bundle of 4 fabrics every month or a fat quarter of the 4 fabrics every month. So hopefully you join us. Love it, love it. And if you have been a member of Color Club for all this time, we would love to hear it in the comments. So then, another subscription that we have, which is every other month, so bi-monthly, is called Goody's Little Bundle Club. So what are little bundles? Little bundles are our version kind of a charm back, but much, much more usable. These are fat 12s, so you get 12 different fat 12s. A fat 12 is a 6 inches by 21 inches or half width, and 12 different fabrics. So they're perfect. You can cut them up into 5-inch squares to use for some of our little patterns, or you can cut strips. They are very, very usable and fun because you get a little bit of fabric, lots of variety, and they're all coordinated and go well into so many things. So this month, the fabric we chose to feature is called Independence Day. So let me show you that fabric. This is a Moda line by Sweetwater. And so I love it because it's all small scale, even though it's kind of red, white, and blue. It is not, it's very versatile still. It's just florals, and we have some beautiful houses. So not necessarily patriotic, but can be if you wanted it to be. We have 3 lights. So the third one is this really cute bow tie print. The little beach houses and bow tie prints. Going into the reds, we have the reds are going to include the floral. This print has just some clusters of stars on it. And the third one has this really nice tiny little vines going across. So it will come off looking lighter just because it has more white in it. And then we go into the blues, and we both have kind of darker, almost navy blues, kind of a dusty navy. We have the stars, we have the bow ties, and the floral. Looks like I'm getting crooked here. I don't know. Is it the hurricane that's causing that?
Crooked there.
And then we go into this lighter blue color, which I really love, freshens it up so much. So it has those vines with the darker navy on top. And we have the floral, but it is done kind of a tone on tone, just a little line drawing. Really nice. And the 12th print is the houses in that tone on tone, just like a pencil sketch on top. So this is our Independence Day, and with each shipment you get a little booklet too. We show you what kind of fabrics would go well with it so that you can pick and add to it, build onto it. So here are the fabrics we recommended. So for a background, something for the whites. This is Dots White on White by Wilmington. We have Dry Brush Silver, so a little bit more silver tone. It goes really nicely with that light blue. For the reds, we went with Canvas and the Merlot. So a nice medium red, but of course, the rhubarb colors would work here really nicely too. There is a stripe that comes with the line, Independence Day stripe in the red, that we used for some bindings as a great one. For the blues, we have a Grunge Picnic for the darker. And then I picked this Seedling in the Sky for the lighter tones. And then we have this beautiful print also from Independence Day from the line that is really fun prints here. So this one is kind of more Americana than the other prints, so which is why we didn't include it in the bundle, but it's a great one if you wanted to include it for backs or borders or anything else. So we have this one. Couple of more fabrics, some of the darker ones to stand out. Dry Brush Blue Black. Love this one. It's got that blue tone but still being black. And then Hema Lichen and the Obsidian. This is some of the accents we used in the projects. Now looking at this, you'll flip this over, and we always make two little projects that you can make using the collection and using the bundle. First off, we have the little algorithm, and this is also our little pattern club, Stripology Little Pattern Club pattern of the month. It just released today. So this one, we used the Hema Lichen Obsidian for the accent. Really fun, a really quick pattern to do. We used that stripe for the binding. And then you can see here on the back what we used for the backing. We used that Independence Day splash for that. And we also give you some of the long arm patterns we use. This one we use Soho. It works really great when you make it smaller for a runner. And then the other project we made is one of my single patterns. This is a quilt as you go called Crossroads. And because the little bundles are so versatile, you can cut squares or you can cut strips. This one worked great. So this is Crossroads. This is Quilt as you go. So no quilting on that, but we used that Dry Brush Blue Black for that background. And then some fun leftovers from the line on the back. But there's always a little special for all the subscribers. Again, we have spots for this. This is once every 2 months, so 6 shipments a year. And of course, you can cancel anytime, but these are really fun to get just a little something to make a small project every month. And so speaking of our Little Bundle Club, the Stripology Little Pattern Club, of course, Season 2 officially kicked off today because our first pattern, the Little Algorithm, went live. So this one, if you purchase the full year, the full Season 2, which is 6 different patterns, and again, they release on the 10th of the month every other month. This one is in your account right now, so it comes with a full pattern and a video class. And we also have the individual video class. If you don't want all 6 projects, you can always buy them individually once it releases. So today is the day you can purchase it individually. These are so fun to make. They're quick, and just that instant gratification of making something really cute really fast. So we have some of our Stripology shop partner shops that are making these. So this first one that you showed, this is threaded lines. They made it very similar to ours. They're using that same Independence Day line. And then this second one is from Society. Oh, how fun is this one? Really, really fun and vibrant and beautiful. Love this one. And then we have one more that Penny made as she was testing the pattern. Really soft and nice. I love that green accent. So beautiful, soft florals for spring. That one is perfect for the spring table, isn't it? So great versions of our little algorithm. So that is our Stripology little pattern club released today. Any questions? Let me know. Do you see any questions, sir? Comments? Yes, if you subscribe to season 1 of Little Pattern Club, I would love to hear it, how you enjoyed that, and if you made all the projects. Love to hear about that. It's been fun to see you share them, and even if you're not making them in time, oh, I just spilled my drink. That's great. If you're not making them in time, you can have those videos and patterns forever. Yep. Does Independence Day come in that half-yard bundle? We don't have it right now, but if we do have some leftover fabric, we will put that together, but we won't have a whole lot. Won't have a whole lot because this one is a popular one. So we will see later on. All right, let's look at my one of our new bundles that just came in. We're switching gears. Lots of color here, and this one is called Winding Way, right? Am I right here? Winding Road. And this is by Natalie Barnes for Windham Fabrics. So starting off with this gorgeous, gorgeous color here, this beautiful print. And it is purples, oranges, you're gonna see a lot of color. So I love this one. Moving that over here. This is a 12-piece bundle, so we're going to start with this same tones here. This really pretty floral here with adding some of that lime green in there. More of the pink. And I love she incorporates a lot of typography into her collections. So here is one example, a little bit lighter, almost a lavender purple with these flowers in the back. And beautiful typography as the texture. Switching into a different colorway, bringing in some bold color with the turquoise and lime green and pink. Look how pretty that is. Super fun. I just love her sense of color. We have that same flower bud print in a blue version. Still incorporating some of the pink and the lime green. And we have another version of the typography with the lime green. Really fun. I know some of you girls that love your color. This is going to be so fun to work with. And here's joining kind of the greens and the turquoise. I love these big flower buds. There's a fun little stripy texture in the back. And a beautiful tone-on-tone turquoise to tie it all together. That tones with all the other specks of turquoise. We have like a medium floral here that has purple and pink and just touches of that lime green. It's just almost like sunlight peeking through. Couple more prints here. We have some pink. Look at those awesome butterflies. Love that there's a texture in the background. This one is super fun. And finally, another tone-on-tone no, there's two more, sorry, I'm not counting. We have a little, kind of a stripy texture, so it is directional, but it can be cut any which way because it's not very dominant. Has a little bit of lavender on top of that pink, but a little lighter tone of pink. And finally, we have a little bit lighter pink with that gold on top, really kind of a muddled background and a fun little graphic texture there. So 12 pieces, gorgeous color. There are some prints that go with this line that I'll show you here on the screen later. I didn't get those 1 yards, but I did my fabric pull. So let me start there with these gorgeous purples. Nitty Gritty Dark Violet has these bits of pink in there, so I just think it's perfect. Look how well it goes with these. I also chose a darker purple, just a dry brush, and the amethyst, just a pure amethyst color. It looks beautiful with those darker hues. For the lighter, I went with floral elements in the iris. The flowers, of course, fit perfectly in here, and that tone is just what this one is and throughout the rest of the prints. For the blues, I started with Bumbleberry's Deep Seas blue. So there is a dark blue here in the base, as you can see, and I love that the Bumbleberries has a lot of different tones to it. And then we have Grunge and the Cobalt. Also, you can see that blue in the back. This one has a little bit of gray, so it matches these little flowers here perfectly. And then, of course, I had to have some turquoise, Grunge Dynasty. I love this because the turquoise is perfect with these, but it also has the lime green. So it is like it was designed for this line. For the lime green canvas, Chartreuse is a perfect, deep, vibrant. And then I also chose another one, a little bit lighter. This is Floral Elements in the Kiwi. And look how great that is, because some of these are more yellow, so mixing two tones of the same color is always a great idea. For the pinks, Hema and the Knit Campion, a perfect color to go with all these beautiful pinks. And another tone here, Glaze and the Gumdrop. Love this one as well, because it has that variety and texture. And then for this print here, I went with Grunge Raspberry. It's a little bit lighter tone of pink, but also it has the purple, so it ties it back together with the purples. So this one is great. Now, as far as background, I probably would go with something bright white. So either a white on white. This is dry brush, so you're going to get a pretty much almost solid look with that one. Or you can do a little creaminess. This is Bumbleberry's white. I like it because it has a little gray. There is kind of gray specks here throughout, so that one would work really well. There are also two prints that we have in 1 yards from the collection that would work great. And now for some surprises. I love this stitched curlicues. It has all the colors in the print, so using this as an accent or a background even would be great. And some focus prints that would be kind of a surprise. A subtle way were to go a medium gray. You will see a little bit of gray in these prints, especially here in this one. It is in the base, so this is the same tone there. So that would be a great option. Or a little bit of orange. You'll see those big orange flowers. This is Nitty Gritty Nectarine, and I love the texture. It just is the perfect tone and perfect texture. Now here are some of those 1 yards that come with a line. There is a plaid that would be really fun to cut on the bias for some bindings. And then there are two textures that are, it's called Roadmap Black. So this one is the white. This one is the white. So it has just gray, light gray texture on it. And then we have the black one, which is the same text, same print, but with much more of a contrast. And then there's a gorgeous, gorgeous wide back that goes with this line. It is called Flower Fields. Look how beautiful that is. So it would just be perfect for the back of a quilt using these gorgeous fabrics. Winding Road by Natalie Barnes for Windham Fabrics. We have 2 new beautiful panels that came in that are just stunning. This one is they're called Tulip Festival, and they're 2 different ones. So do you want to put the first one up on the screen? There it is. So this one is kind of like 2 big ones. So the width of these is, this one is 24 inches wide. So you could cut this into 2 squares or use it as is. And then the second one, this one is called Tulip Festival Orange. And then we have Tulip Festival Blue. So this one is more, same thing. It is 24 by 43 and it is just really gorgeous. These are from Northcott. They're by Stephanie Brandenburg. Used to be Frond Studios. And look how gorgeous this is. That's the scale of it. And this one has a lot of beautiful color. So I did just do a little pull for these just to, if you wanted to make a quilt, you can always pull some 1-yards for it. So starting with these gorgeous, gorgeous blue colors. Well, let's start with the red because that's pretty much what the tulips are. I started with this orangey red. This is Canvas Hot Sauce. So it's going to pull some of these warmer, deeper reds out of here. And then we had to go with a good orange. So this is Glaze Flame. I love that it has so many tones to it. And then the brightest, I went with Floor Elements and the oranging. Again, there's flowers on here, so that really makes sense too, but the color is great. I did do one dark one. This is Dry Brush and the Hazelnut because there's some browner tones down here. So look at these gorgeous oranges to build around. For the other colors, let's go with some of these gorgeous blues. Glaze Midnight is nice and bright, has both the light and the dark. It looks great on here with these beautiful tones. And then there's a very specific tone of blue here. This is Spotsy Blue. This was a part of our color club. And so you may have more basics in this tone if you're a color club subscriber. For that beautiful yellowish lime, I chose Canvas Bumblebee. Has kind of a greenish hue to it, but it's nice and bright and it's perfect tone to this. And then for these beautiful greens in the stems here, starting with the darker ones, Hema and the Lichen Mallard, just because it ranges in tone. It looks great with these greens. And for the bright ones, this is Glaze and the Emerald. You can see those bright greens in there too. So that would be a great option. Now, to set something off like this, you could always do something white or black. I always love black because it's really going to make those colors pop. Bumbleberries black is a great option for those darkest hues in here. They're going to work well together. So these are the Tulip Festival panels by Stephanie Brandenburg for Frond Design Studios, made by Northcott. We have some new widebacks in the store. These are really cool. They're called Watercolor Wonder. And we have, this one is lavender and grays. And then this one is green blue, Watercolor Wonder green blue. And then Watercolor Wonder black and white. These are really fun. So great 108s that we sell in 3 yards or sometimes have a couple of 2-yard cuts. 3 yards is 108 by 108, so perfect for those big quilts. Okay, that's our show. Whoa. I think it's time to announce our winner. So every show on Friday, we pull from those of you that have joined our community this week, either by subscribing to our email list or join one of our communities on Facebook. And this week's winner is
Drum roll, please.
Karen Maury from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Congratulations, Karen, and welcome to the GE crew, our community. Hopefully you'll join us if you're not watching right now, if you join us for future shows, quilt-alongs, and fun stuff. So we will reach out to you. Customer service will reach out to get you a little special something. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome.
Welcome.
Our show's coming up. We have Tipsy Tuesday next week. It's going to land on April 14th and 4 p.m. Central Time, of course. That is going to be a building blocks release, I do believe. Mm-hmm. We have Perfect Pair next week as well. That's going to be April 16th at 9:30 Central Time. And then Happy Friday following, a week from today, on April 17th at 12 p.m. Central Time.
Full meal deal.
No, didn't we do a building blocks this week? I'm get confused. Maybe. No, probably not. This was the first Tuesday of the month. Second Tuesday is building blocks. Fourth Tuesday is jambalaya.
There it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's our show. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday and an amazing weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Shining through my sewing room, coffee brewing, fabric in bloom, stacks of color lined up clean, living out that GE dream. Rulers, steady hands, turning yardage into plans from Minnesota down to the seas. We're stitching joy with GE. Every cut so straight and true, confidence in what we do. Sets me free. I love quilting. Stripology harmony. Line it up and let it glide. Watch those perfect pieces slide. Oh, I love quilting. Sewing community. Grab that stripology ruler now. Measure once, you'll see how. No more guessing, no more stress. Just clean cuts and happy hands. Stack it up, strip it tight. Turn that fabric into life. From the classroom to the cruise, we got nothing left to lose. When I hear that rotary sing, it feels like everything. I love quilting. G-Design sets me free. I love quilting. Stripology harmony. From 10-inch squares to border lines. Precision every time. Oh, I love quilting. And stitch inside of me. Yeah. Stripology ruler in my hand. Cutting straight across the land. No more fear, no more doubt. That's what G's about. From beginners to the pros. Feel that confidence grow. Piece by piece, roll by roll. Let that stripology flow. We love quilting. G-Design family. We love quilting. Stitching legacy. Fabric, friends, and harmony. That's our stripology. Oh,